the inclusion, Frost, while you're signing it is just so that if Darkstone is ever found to be breaking the law, it is very, very clear that it's an automatic termination of the contract, right?
Okay. Well, that's signed. That's all.
What's going on, Brian?
Easy enough. Okay.
Hey, Bean,
right,
could you and Maeve come to Hangar 1? You're going to be representing
What up,
us
ladies
at
and gentlemen?
Darkstone.
Hey,
The boys
Yeah,
are
no
back
problem.
in town.
Maybe we need to get in the car.
Hey, the
shit.
real police are here. What's going on, boys?
Yeah, to the
See you in a
boys,
bit.
to the boys.
Sorry, Ben. Oh,
All right. Take care.
all right, on the way.
Hey, Carmine,
Hi.
this is why you got to start wearing a nice outfit like how they wear. I like it
think I
better
have
when you
no-
have plainclothes officers, especially when you're high command. You don't have bars.
Shit,
You look
Joey.
like a dingus, Carmine. Look a little goofy goober.
Always has.
A little goofy goober guy.
I'm gonna
So
DDoS
where are
your ROM
these,
one day.
Where's this terrorist organization at?
No idea. No idea.
I did see military helicopters when we were flying up here.
Hey, we should probably have some units on standby just in case, because if these motherfuckers are trying to take the entire city hostage, they literally have everybody, in one spot to do so. So, I'm just saying.
We left Gates at home. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, designated survivor. If the legal system and the judicial and the legislative branches collapse, everything falls on Gates. That's her fucking problem.
Yeah, I'm more. Well, I already know that if we get taken hostage, I'm living. I don't know about the rest of you, but I will.
Yeah,
ensure my
I'll
own
make it out
survival.
okay too.
Carmine looks like a dyer.
I might
No.
I've been through worse.
in a nonchalant way.
I don't know. Carmine might be the only person in his group that has more to live for. So
That's true. Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. I probably shouldn't tell you what my plans are.
Holy
Oh, there they are.
What have you got to live for,
Jesus
Carmine?
Christ.
shit.
Ready to the Valkyries.
Oh my god! You didn't say there was fucking 6 chopper. I thought we were meeting.
Hey,
What is this?
Did they 311 that they were flying?
Or
They did,
farming
yeah.
motherfuckers.
Oh,
Nah,
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good. We're going to have to delay another hour and a half.
You know those are stealth helicopters.
I'm not going to be around for this. Sorry.
We'll do it tomorrow. I'm in meeting
that's
now right now.
stealthy.
If I'm still
Yeah, 'cause
alive,
of the way
we'll
it
do it
is,
tomorrow.
way it's
In a
shaped.
bit. Bye. Hey, guy running across the way. Who's that?
I'm just making sure that if they
Carmine,
start
you get up here to the
Hello?
front. You stand with me.
Don't be
You gotta look strong.
Good, good.
You
I'm
stand in
right the
front
middle
of
the
me.
meeting.
Hey,
Very, very important meeting. Can I call you back?
who is that right
Thank
there?
you.
Is that one of ours?
where?
The guy who just ran into the mix.
Then that's the guy from the hot locker.
Okay. Bean Maeve, we got to go
That
in a
was some
second, so
Apocalypse
we
Now
want you
shit
to
for
just
sure.
kind of be here to represent us if anything comes up. Just relay it afterwards.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I can do with some more cookies. You got it.
That dude in fucking bomb disposal gear.
Uh-huh.
Jeff, good to see you, soldier.
Oh, it is one of
That's
theirs.
the guy from the hot locker.
Jesus. 6 helicopters for 6 guys. They could have just fucking took one.
That's what I'm thinking.
Waste a ton of money.
You can never be too safe. Those space motherfuckers attack us at every given chance.
So I hear.
Are you okay, soldier? Looks like this meeting is finally happening. I'm happy.
Well,
Boat time.
just had to get the dumb fucks out of the way, you know what I mean?
It's looking right.
Hopefully from now on, communication can be very clear. I was very shocked to hear how many people understand what is actually happening in this goddamn city.
Oh, you guys were going to the wrong people. We're going to the most incompetent group in town. Ain't nobody
Hey.
gonna know what you're doing.
That's true.
Well, I hear there's some sort of contract to be signed. Is that correct?
There is. There is. Let me share a copy with you. There you go. I'll let you read through it, and when you're ready to sign it, here's a digital copy. You can throw your signature on there. I'm going to pass copies of the contract around to everyone else here. Please take a read, and if you're a signing authority, make sure you put pen to paper.
You need people to be witnesses.
I feel like we have a lot of people who could be witnesses, so why not? It wouldn't hurt, right?
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Want to give this contract a goddamn read?
I got people to do that for me. Carmine, read the contract.
Could you send it? Could you?
I'll read it. I'll fucking read it.
Might be an easy read if you left the night vision goggles.
BCSO has already gone through everything and we reviewed it. We're satisfied.
For you.
Yeah, sign it for me.
Okay.
Okay, does everyone have a copy?
Yes, Mayor.
Yeah, we got one.
Yep.
Yep.
So to everyone here, there is one material change from the copy in your hand to the digital copy that requires signature. It's going to be in section 6 between the first clause and the second clause. We are adding an or to make it very clear that the first part and the second part are separate. The reason for that is if there is any breaking of San Andreas law, the contract will be terminated. That's the one clarifying point we've added. Once everyone is comfortable with the terms, they can go ahead and enter their signature.
I signed it for you, and I signed it in all caps.
That might be hard for this anti-terrorist group. I heard they like following their own fucking laws. That's why they never came to me before.
You hear a chopper overhead? Is that one of theirs?
It shall remain in force until
hear it.
terminated in writing by a majority of the
It's
parties.
probably just a
or by a joint
local
decision of the
helicopter from the
LSP.
military here, Carmine. You know, we're not the only groups operate around here.
I knew that, Angel. I knew that.
Struggling there a bit, Michael.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
What's the status on the legislation going through?
The legislation went through the second the contest was dropped. So that is now in law. All that's left to do is to execute this contract. Once everyone's signature is on
Either
paper,
agency no longer
Darkstone is
works.
considered a vendor of record in San Andreas, meaning the LSPD and the BCSO can approach Darkstone and make purchases.
Got any more cool weapons?
Well, I did supply you guys with a cargo bomb that was then blown up. I believe Opal still owes us some money. But we'll get to that to a later date.
What, she promised you cash or something?
Something like that. I believe her and Gunner Kane.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, when it comes to payment and ordering, I suppose it's not unfortunate, it's fortunate. You should be reaching out to the chief of police and the sheriff from here on out. If either department needs money, they'll be approaching their mayors. We'll be approving budgetary stipends, and whatever they want to purchase, they can. But your point of contact should be the heads of the county police departments.
You go to us, we go to the mayors. Simple.
Who goes to the marshals? Shouldn't they be here?
Fuck the marshals. They
The
already fucked
marshals
this whole
asked
thing up.
not to be included in this legislation, and so they're not being included in this contract.
Isn't that why they contested the legislation? All right, that's a different conversation.
You don't want to know.
No, trust me, you don't.
I can already tell that this is Warden Knight thin the way he said that.
3 hours to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've signed it.
All right.
Any questions from your end, Darkstone?
Negative.
LSPD, BCSO, any questions about the arrangement?
No, everything was pretty clear from us.
I don't
got
have
a
a question about
question.
the arrangement, but I have something else. Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay.
Peters.
Okay. In what capacity were you working with TRT and Opal in the past?
We're a third-party entity that should not be named. This entity gave me a name, term, Richard Dog, Gunner Kane. As time went on, Gunner Kane then involved Opal. Let's just say those have been the main contacts over the last 5 months. I was assuming that it would then follow down a chain. Clearly, it stopped at the marshals.
Fucking shock horror.
I got a question actually. I'm just kind of curious, like back on the payment thing. Like, how much money did Opal promise you? And for what exactly? What previous deals were made between these departments?
It was more of a chain, more of a verbal sort of contract. If they break my cargo bob, I need to be compensated. 20 minutes later, the cargo bob then blows up. Not too sure why they needed a cargo bob for this certain task that happened months back. But that's not my goddamn problem. It's okay though. I could be compensated in other ways.
Well, it
I don't
does
like
raise-
I don't like the sound of that, to be honest with you. What does other ways mean?
And hold on, pause. All right, first off, all right, you let people use your helicopter, you ain't got nothing in writing. I ain't compensating shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking right.
I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say there. You give me shit, I'll work with you. Right? You ain't gonna leverage me. I ain't like the fucking pissant Turner before. You ain't
No
gonna strong arm me,
contracts, no
motherfucker.
compensation.
Well, I think
Hey,
the
Sam.
question it really does raise is the marshals as an institute don't really have a steady cash flow. So where are they going to get money to deliver on that promise is my fucking question. But that's a problem for another day. Peters, I believe you had something else you wanted to bring up, did you not?
Yeah, just about we need I would say I would like information on acquiring some sort of tactical aircraft for the LSPD to use in our for our tactical team, and I didn't know if you had any information, or excuse me, if you could provide any information on how we would go about acquiring said aircraft.
What would our aircraft be there, officer?
Oh shit.
I think he's
cargo-
asking for a fighter jet.
No, not a fighter jet. I need something so let me give you details on what I need. I'm not too well versed on military equipment, but either a fixed wing aircraft or a helicopter that seats up to 8 individuals. We've currently been running into a lot of operations in Los Santos from serious threats. Some of them having their own aircrafts, and we're looking for a way to combat that. I would prefer if it didn't have weaponry on it, but just something to move units into locations that would be a little bit more tactical. Something we currently don't have.
I can talk back to the people of the HQ, but what we can offer from what you're saying, 2 things. A decommissioned Black Hawk with no guns, or a cargo bob.
Okay, let me I'll have to talk to my command structure about it and see what they want to do with that, but either one of those sound amazing.
Hey, firm. The whole point of this is to work together to defeat that one entity. But one step at a goddamn time.
Well, I mean, and for the safety of San Andreas, right?
Exactly. I believe that's why we're all here.
And do we want a cargo bob or a decommissioned Black Hawk?
Fucking cargo.
Sick. Cargo bob, we could pick
Yes,
those up, but the
think
Black
about the
Hawk looks hard as fuck.
paratroopers.
We want both.
We can afford that, right?
DOJ in the back. Any questions for our friends from Darkstone?
Do we need to get going?
I have lots of questions. I don't know if we're going to get answers.
Well,
We're entering into a lawful contract with this entity, right? Are you a corporation? What is your legal status? Are you citizens of this state? Do you have a passport here? Are you individuals? You signed a contract as Delta One. Is that your governmental name?
There's a real name at the bottom.
There is. Which one of you is that? So we know who signed it.
Delta 1, Jake Forrest. That is why
Same
Delta
name.
1 was put there.
Okay. Okay. Clarification, right? So again, are you citizens of San Andreas?
I believe we should have a one-on-one conversation there, sir. A lot of information we can give, but not in an open sort of space. I do have one question though before I depart.
Yeah.
Please.
Just to confirm, there should be a point of contact in BCSO and LSPD.
In the LSPD, Kyle Pred, Chief of Police, and Pred, I'll let you speak. Is there anyone else you'd like to delegate as a point of contact for Darkstone?
In the beginning, I want him just coming to me. Once we figure stuff out, then there'll be other points of contact that he can go to. But for now, he comes to me.
Hey, Farm.
Under Sheriff.
Well, the sheriff's right here. If you need to speak to someone from BCSO, you can speak to him. If he wishes to delegate that responsibility to me, if he's not around, then that's his choice to do so.
Yeah, either or is fine. Also want.
And I guess Sheriff Frost and myself for BCSO.
And should Darkstone ever need to engage with the DOJ, I would assume, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but any justice of the DOJ would be the point of contact. Is that fair?
Absolutely. Justice Nathaniel Grayson, Justice Murray Falconer, Justice Sean Danielson, or Justice Elizabeth Gates. Any one of us.
Hey, Farm. Just so I understand and everybody on my team behind me understands. We've been working for the last year in this city. And you're telling me nobody knows what is happening except the marshals? Just so I understand.
Respectfully, I hadn't heard the name Darkstone until about a month and a half ago. And I'm the fucking mayor.
You picked the wrong people, man. All they did with all the information that you gave them before, they sealed it away in something nobody had access to, and they kept it close to themselves and didn't reach out to anybody else.
That's fucking right.
I mean, it doesn't help that they're all mashed up, too.
A potential end of the city sort of thing that is upon us was kept inside where a lot of members of the police department had no access to. That is something.
Yep.
I mean, the very people who control the fabric of the law of this state didn't have access to information. That should be the bigger problem.
We got most of our information from the press.
He's right.
This meeting should happen a long time ago. Glad it happened, though. Okay, I'll be contacting those point of contact shortly. There's something on the horizon very soon.
Thank you for your time, Delta One. I appreciate it.
Hey, Bob.
Thanks, Mr. Forrest.
Jeb, good seeing you again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, what did you say?
Everybody else, formation.
I thought you said Jedi.
Jedi?
Hey, can I get a ride back? I'm not going with the helicopters.
Oh my
God!
Hey, Jeb,
Hey, Jeb.
Jeb, what the fuck?
I
we
told you
already
there
knew
was a
about
guy
this.
running across the fucking way.
LSPD is deep
second
inside
You
Darkstone.
guys are undercover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my part-time job.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So,
I mean,
You
know
know about this?
What
I
can
knew
I
about
say?
this.
We handle business.
So you
No,
guys do
LSPD.
know all these details, but you just keep them to yourself.
Classified.
Yeah, classified, redacted. Hey, contact Darkstone if you want to know about that.
No, I'll
Hey.
remember that. I'll remember that. I'll keep that
hey,
in
there
mind.
are
I just shoot the faceless on the weekends.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he doesn't. You're not. He
You're
doesn't
not
work
in
with the
state, though, right, Jeb?
No, of course not. I go out
Not
of
in
the
San
state to
Andreas?
do it. Yeah, not in San Andreas. Yeah,
Hey,
definitely not.
there are. I want to make sure this gets said before we, switch subject. There are two matters that are still are left unanswered. One is getting their DNA information on record. The second, and this was brought up during the meeting with the marshals, is there isn't currently, if there's a operation taking place in San Andreas, there ain't no legal means for them to be doing so. So,
Well, it's more than just operation. I think, Knight. I think for them to be in possession of anything
Class
from
twos,
Darkstone.
yep. So
I've spoken with the LSPD about my thoughts on this. Right? I think in lieu of any contractual agreement or law, and SASM and DOC, as you know, are not part of this law. They can't lawfully possess anything from this third party. So what they do with that, I have no fucking clue. What you as law enforcement want to do is your choice, right? How you interpret and enforce the law is your business, Knight.
Yeah.
But in my mind, them refusing to sign on to this agreement and this law makes possession of those assets illegal.
Wait, so they didn't
Sorry,
sign it?
I'm not talking about the marshals. I'm saying if Darkstone comes here and does their operations with their Class 2s, we ain't got their DNA, nor do they have the legal authority to be operating.
Well, there's
you know
that
what
side, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
I
still
agree with as well.
feel like, you know, I feel like there's a bit of, I don't understand why everyone's so eager to go along with this. You know, who the fuck are these guys? Why are they doing this? Like, I get that they have cool, you know, guns and stuff, and we're happy for that. But who the fuck are these people, and why are we working with them? Like, what
That's
if
a
they're
good
like,
fucking question, to be honest.
what if they're all fucking like chain gang in disguise or something? They're all just trying to like get their way into our good graces so they can shoot us or something.
What if
you know?
we're chain gang? What if they're the faceless? What if they
Or,
just
or sir, I'm just, you know, I'm throwing a
Yeah.
name out there. You know, it doesn't have to be a specific group. I'm just saying, like, we have no idea who these people are. It's the point I'm trying to make, right?
Well, and I think that should be a priority, right? Getting answers has got to be a priority.
Sure.
Okay,
I
so when you
think-
look at the contract, my read on it is if they break any laws, we can break the contract immediately. They show up with fucking guns to protect their arms trafficking into the city. Hey, they haven't got the right to those guns. That's a break of the law. We can breach the contract immediately. Like,
Agreed. Yeah.
they've got to now engage in good faith with us. Otherwise, they get nothing.
I think it's also equally important that these concerns get communicated to them. Like, it's nice that they showed up today, but keep in mind, this is like 6 months of the marshals and Dark and Doc and God knows who else, like, communicating in a one-way direction. So there's a lot of things that they're understandings that they're probably operating under that are not accurate. So
That's a very well said point.
Yeah, agreed.
I want to add the legal gray area there. Like, the reason we haven't, I think, arrested them yet was because there was an argument that the gunner deputized them, which legitimized their work.
Yeah, he mentioned that in his impeachment hearing, right, Grayson?
And the marshals ain't here to deputize him this time around, so who's saying what just happened here is legal?
He was
They didn't-
deputizing them while having no SOPs and no oaths.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what that was worth, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do think that there is value given Faceless and all the fucking crazy shit they got. These guys do have military equipment. Not to say that there aren't going to be concerns around them, but if there's a need for them, a clear understanding of what that agreement's going to look like and what the laws surrounding around it need to be clarified. Because realistically
anybody
speaking,
have-
there could be shit that pops off in 2 weeks from now. And if that's not figured out, what we want to do, that's going to end in chaos, right?
So, does anybody have a point of contact with Delta One? Did anyone have the phone number?
I think, yeah.
Okay, because he said he wanted a one-on-one with the DOJ, right? I would love to have that conversation with him to figure out exactly who, what, where, when, why. If you can get me that phone number, Jeb, I would much appreciate it, my dude.
Yeah. The one thing that I also want to point out here is that this problem was exposed 4 weeks ago, and only now is there a solution. So whatever that solution is, it should be rapid so that we don't end up losing Darkstone altogether. You know, otherwise I don't know how the fuck we're going to fight back against any external threat, because I don't got any tanks. We ain't got no fucking fighter jets. You know what I mean? We're going to be setting ourselves up.
I'm gonna get a
fuck
Black
in the
Hawk
ass.
though. Just
Yeah, but you get my point, right? Like whatever.
Legislatively, I can only speak for that side of it. We can be as nimble as need be. The issue is there are a lot of avenues to obstruct that process, right? And that can effectively bring our legislative system to a halt. So
I mean, I'm going to speak brutally honestly, right? Like Brian said, it's taken us a month to get to this point where we have a meeting with them. In 1 month's time, there's going to be potentially 2 new mayors in place. So we're going to have to be way more nimble than we have been.
Can I propose something like simple?
Please.
PMC legislation at the authority of the sheriff and the chief of police, and whatever the authorities are, the legal authorities. You can even throw marshals in there too. If they want to take their name out, that's their choice at the time of riding. Can authorize on a per situation basis or a week basis or whatever for their authority to operate within San Andreas. I'm not saying we all got to agree with the details, but something should be written up as a starting point, and there should be a conclusion to it within the week.
But
and if we
effectively
cannot do it within the week, we are throwing something major away, because the pedantics of all the shit we dealt with in 4 weeks cannot happen again.
Do you want it to be something that's point in time, like a pseudo deputization, or that
something
if they hold
simple.
PMC status, that they would be authorized to operate?
Yeah, we
Guys,
can.
it's
It
literally
can
this-
be.
Guys, we're overcomplicating things here.
Hmm.
All right. Simply reach out to the state, see if the state recognizes them as a fucking government entity that can operate within Los Santos.
They're not. though,
We
they're
did.
private.
So
they're private.
so over this entire shit show, I did exactly that because it wasn't making any forward progress. And we need a law in place was the answer. So
What about like, instead of like week-long things, we do the thing with state of emergencies, right, which are already somewhat legislated, where that you can extend, lawful use of PMCs during states of emergency if they're authorized by the mayor's office or something like, or the mayor's office can authorize them through recommendations through the chief of police or the sheriff.
The problem with that is that not every scenario involving this group, to my knowledge, results in the declaration of a state of emergency.
Just state it's a state of emergency for the next 3 hours because military operations are going on, even if they're training operations.
I'm gonna take the food for thought, and I'm gonna try and come up with something within the end of the day. I'll circulate it to the command groups here, and we'll get this done. We'll get it done in less than a week, night.
Okay. The simpler it is, the better, because things can also always be changed. You know what I mean? If it's not working. But
okay, Junior, you and I can work on that. Is there anything anyone else here needs from the mayors?
I think I'm good. So the legislation's in place. What's what's going on with the Darkstone provided weaponry and armory? Are we going ahead and using it, or are we still? So everything's good to go, Mayor Michael?
Yes, good to go.
As far as I'm concerned, because I raised concerns about statute limitations, at this point, we're over 30 days since the impeachment, which means even delayed discovery arguments would be moot. I think you're outside the statute for anybody being prosecuted at this point on those things. So that it's no longer basically evidence, right?
Yeah, I got you. So we're clear to, sit down between departments, talk about how we want to utilize the equipment that we got so we can move forward with that. All right. And then I don't think we'll know more until we start meeting, like me and the sheriff and, other officers start dealing directly with Darkstone. I'm sure then more stuff will, come up that we need to bring you in on, because I'm not going to have a discussion with them and not make you aware, Mayor.
Yeah.
So
one thing I want to make clear.
When I know, you'll know.
I'm not looking to go through a line item by line item order every time you want something, right? I don't give a shit if you're ordering staplers or fucking planes, right? I don't have the time. All I ask is that you bring a proposal to me and say, we're looking for this much budgetary funding. Why? Right? High level.
Yep.
And I'm
here's
happy
the thing, chat. OOC. This is RP. We shouldn't overly complicate it like we did at the Marshals meeting to let the RP happen. It was already so OOC difficult for me to even
that's
get
one of the
this
reasons
meeting
that things
to
have been working
happen.
so well is that we've worked hand in hands for everything
For
so far,
every
right, Ben?
comment people make, I am the one who had to push the buttons.
When we get things,
and it was so
we
hard to be
understand
like,
our,
guys, meet
department
with
and,
them, meet with them,
our
meet with
county
them,
is
meet with them,
blessed
meet with them.
a a lot of money. That's why, like, when we get tools, we'll probably know.
Because
We'll
at the end of the
also let
day,
you guys
right?
have access to them.
Yep.
You know?
We
Maybe some
appreciate
of
that
our
very
troops
much.
got a lot of troops
Know that
as
you
well.
guys aren't fortunate
Get some
enough to
law.
have $7 million a week bonuses.
We don't have to
and
get too
stuff
much
like
into the
that.
what ifs. At the end of the day,
You know.
You know,
as
not
long as
everyone's
RP
got
is
a
happening,
gilded
right?
gold and all that stuff, you know. But we'll just
we
we'll take the
overcomplicate
least life that
shit.
we're given. We'll be happy with
Just
it.
like
And
that
don't
Nino
worry,
said
we're
with the
gonna
VAP
take care of
stuff,
you guys.
nothing happens.
We appreciate that. That's very generous of you.
It just becomes debate
When that
lording.
lease expires, we'll buy you out. Don't worry. We're rich.
Thanks,
right.
Carmine. Appreciate that.
No problem.
I actually offered to buy Blaine County off Junior at one point. That's
Yeah,
true.
you did.
Yeah.
Never happened though.
No, I should have. Anyways,
Are we? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Nope.
that's it for me.
Yeah, I think we're all good unless you guys have anything you want to discuss before you head out. Since
No, I
we're
don't
all
think so.
here.
No.
I just say be diligent, right? I think Angel's raised a lot of really good points. So I guess keep your eyes and ears open would be my advice.
Yeah, as always, we always have to be ever vigilant in a world of constant dangers, ever-changing allegiances. Our borders are always shifting and changing, and we got to make sure that they stay well defended.
Borders.
That's right. You never know. We never know if the Sanguinians come back. You know, Pred.
Ooh.
Oh God. Listen. I
They're
learned my
back.
lesson by going against the United States government.
not a
I'm
good
fighting
idea.
for you guys next time.
That's right.
Well,
Pick the right
I've
side.
turned my life around, but I do still. Never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut.
There's whisperings of another Sanguinian commune forming out there. I'm gonna make sure that wherever they are, they're crushed.
I'm
Do you mean
definitely not a
Babylon?
sleeper cell for that.
And I'll make sure after you crush them, they get trials.
That's right. A fair and an even trial.
Didn't get that last time.
Well, that's not my
Well,
fault, please, Senator.
That was because of the old fucking dumb fuck high command. They wanted to
Yeah,
skip all the damn
don't-
interrogation.
But blame Axel Justice.
Oh
Blame
my
all those guys.
God.
I mean,
That's why. Well, we
Fucking
did kill
panel
him.
full of idiots.
We
the one
did
good
kill
thing.
Axel
The one good
Justice.
thing the Sanguinians did.
I got no fucking clue what you guys are talking about. I'm leaving.
It's all right. Take care.
Okay.
Right?
Have a good one, Mayor.
All
Have a
right.
good one. All right. Take care, guys.
Bye, Junior.
Hi, Bean Maeve. Thank you
I
for
don't
coming
think
down.
we have room to give
Appreciate
Yeah,
you
no
guys.
problem,
Thank
boss.
you.
Jeff
Yeah.
a ride.
How you doing, Stevie? Like the hell?
Good. Thank you. I like the shoes.
Well, it's that time of year,
You need a
right?
ride, Junior?
Yep.
where
Is
you
that
I
time
know
of
it'll be
year?
good. Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
Jump in with Bean Company
What?
if you don't mind.
Costello, you
Hey,
despise
Bean,
Me?
Bean. Yeah, because we got to talk high command stuff. I know
I
Angel's
got
got a limited
a.
time.
What about my car though?
Oh, I
we
thought you needed a
thought you
ride.
wanted
No,
Yeah.
No,
I'm
he's trying
good.
to speak
I'm
to
good.
us.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
was just saying to you guys, hey,
Mhm.
if you need the shit, we got the money. So don't feel like just because they're offering you.
Yeah,
you
no,
actually have
listen,
the money.
listen, Junior. He's just rubbing in our faces that they gave him $1 million a week from the mayor, and you
Yeah.
know that's whatever. That's he's entitled to do that. It's fucking friend.
Listen,
But-
money
Yeah,
ain't gonna
I don't-
make good officers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not gonna change anything.
Exactly. Like I said, they've.
Okay, that though,
Yeah.
I will be sending through our bribes in
Yeah.
a couple of hours.
Yeah, I did see some people sending those.
All right.
So I do
Yeah.
appreciate when you get that through, but
Yep.
genuinely, don't feel like because we've got less money in the account that you guys can't have the same tools they've got to operate with.